City of mine, how I love the city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine, how I love the city of mine. It never gets me down, yeah.
I was born in the city, I was raised on its edges. My pop worked his life on its complex. I found love in its center. If I could live here forever, think it'd be for the better. I love the weather, even though it's fog 24/7. I love the people, this is city I met all my best friends. And I wanna thank every brick, I wanna thank every entrance to every building that I step in this city of mine. I owe you most my best moments in life. See, I fell in love for the first time in Golden Gate Park. I saw my first rap show at Great American Hall. I used to beg my homies for a ride across the bridge to goof off and spend the whole damn day doing whatever we want. Keek drove us down to Ice Place while we roll up a blunt, and me and Jack would get stoney, walk around and get lost. Don't think I'll ever truly pay back all I was lucky to get just by walking through the city. No, I'm a small part of this.
City of mine, how I love this city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine, how I love this city of mine. It never gets me down.
I never really had a place to call my own, so I travel and I roam till I find that. But I'm full of adventure, so I wander and I venture, and it's safe to say that really I don't mind that. I book a flight to try to figure where my mind's at, a spot where I don't spend no money, just some time at. I mix and mingle with the people till I learn a little. I brought some weed and baby, maybe we could burn a little. She said you're funny, I said no, I'm David, and I left. Sun shining, birds chirping, let me take a breath. I'm headed to the city where my chance to make it best. What people like to give a little, then you take the rest. I'm hoping one day maybe I can find a place to rest. I fell in love with life and wonder where it take me next. I like the hustle and bustle, I fell in love with the fashion. I feel the pulse of the city, it's moving me like a passion, and it's mine.
How I love this city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine. How I love this city of mine. It never gets me down. Me and my hometown, baby, we go way back. All the situations, circumstances, still we don't mind. Steady going on, I dance around the street lights. Hey, I know every street sign, hanging around the block like if you are my friend, then you are welcome any moment. Yeah. City of mine, how I love this city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine, how I love this city of mine. It never gets me down.
Chee-hoo. What's happening, peoples? What's happening? You guys, we're doing the show live from Texas today. I have to adjust everything shorter because Rich is like way taller than me. So I'm like over here adjusting his mic. So yeah, gang, I am live from Texas. As you can tell, my voice is messed up, but that's okay. It came from 3 years of conferencing, 3 years, 3 days of conferencing. Yeah, it's so good. Rob, we actually already had barbecue time the other day. It was super good. We went to Terry Black's. It was pretty much off the chisel. And yeah, dude, this is super cool. Getting a chance to just be somewhere else. And yeah, my voice is jacked. So we're going to run with it today, though. We're going to do everything we can to make it work the way it's supposed to work. But as you notice, no bumpers because that's on the hard drive at home. I don't know why my dumb self didn't bring it. But yeah, we just went to this cool spot. Rich took us to a place called Rodeo Goat. And it was freaking amazing. Smash burgers, all hand ground on site. So like that means there's a cow in the back somewhere and they just grind it up and make a sandwich. All right, vegetarians, deal with it. Because it's Texas. This joint is good. Yeah, we're having a good time, and I'm just happy to be here. So today we got creator Q&A. All you got to do is, if you got questions about something, you know how to do it. Throw a Q in front of your comments and do that thing. Let's see, everybody is here. Glenda is here. Of course, Rich is first because it's his office. He actually here. He's over there chilling at his desk, laughing at y'all. Hey, that Discord can see. Hey, what's up, Discord people? We even have the Discord computer, see? But it's on Rich's laptop over there. So if y'all in the Discord, I'll be able to see y'all. We got Rich hanging out in the Discord. All right, so Paul and them, if you guys got something to yell about, you got to yell it to Rich, because then he can tell me. And then Alejandro is here. What's up, Alejandro? Bro, man, you would have loved this conference. You would have loved it. Like, there was so much cool stuff here. A lot going on in the podcast space. Oh, speaking of which, we'll come back to that. Glenda said, hey, Rich. What's up, Dina? Dina, oh, my God, Dina, you would love it over here. They got yards the size of good Lord out here. You would absolutely love it. What's happening, Keels? Oh, you're so far away. Look at Rob chilling over there in his old dad chair. Yeah. And then Aubrey is in the builds. What's up, Obs? All right, so yes, let's get after it. Oh, I see. This show is not sponsored, but, created by Upgrade Your Skills Camera Junkie shirt. And then it's kind of cool. It's fun being someplace different. All right, there's Gretchen and Janice. Rob, I know. It's in the hotel, okay? That was a problem. Hello, L Dubs. Good to see you here. And then, V Sharp. Okay, gang, I'm stopping the stream right now to just say to Victoria, how about Manchester v. Liverpool, player? I can wait for your answer. I think what the people in the chat don't know is we kicked your butt. Glory, glory. I'm in Texas. At Rich's office. It's super fun. Okay, let me give you a brief rundown of what happened this week, which is pretty cool. We were at Podcast Movement. We had our Ecamm booth at Podcast Movement. Had a chance to meet a bunch of cool people. But what was neat about Podcast Movement was, and it's funny how people, Victoria said, man, I knew I shouldn't have come on. I'm good to see you here, Mom. Miss your face. It was really cool to see that, everybody was there showing off their product. They're talking about things, showing new things that they're coming out with or highlighting things they just came out with. But we were like the only booth that was actually podcasting from Podcast Movement. I know. It seems weird. Maybe on the upstairs on the other floor, there was another booth podcasting, but down on the expo floor where we were the only booth podcasting. So what did that do? That made people stop by and see what's up. So it kind of gave me an idea, because it's something that I did before with my podcast, is we would go to a bar and set up and record our podcast at a bar. That way you had a studio audience. And it's actually pretty cool. It's not that hard to do. Somewhere, somebody has a place where you could probably do your podcast out in the streets. Especially if you're just recording, you're not live. It's easier, but we were live. And it's a good way to get your podcast out, is do it out. Don't do it in the house, like locked up in your basement, right? So I know that there's a place right by my house, and I know the owner, Tim, and he said anytime I wanted to go down there, I could. He has a, it's called the, no, my brain is dumb. It's, why can't I remember the name of the place? It's so funny. Anyway, it's like a store that has like 400 beers. They have 50 some odd taps, and they have a big computer screen behind, and you can sort of pick whatever you want. Oh, I know what it's called. It's called Village Bottle. Why am I dumb? And see what happens when you get elderly. You start missing things that you know, because I made the sign. That's what makes it more funny. And when you go in the refrigerators where they have all the other beers, they have them all sort of like organized by IPAs or darkened lights or, Wiesbaden's or whatever the heck those words are. I don't drink beer. But he has a little nook in the back with 2 leather chairs, bookshelves, and a table. So if you were to go in and set up and do a podcast live there, it's no different than places that do trivia nights. So a takeaway from that is if you are doing some live shows or whatever, be brave, man. Take your show on the road. Go out, set up somewhere where other folks can see you and do that thing. And you'll get audience reaction. You'll get energized by the audience and stuff that you can feed off. And yeah, it's just way cool. It's just way, way cool. So we had a good time there. Nikki and Moose came in, as you know, and then Jeff and Grace did their podcast there, and we did the flow there, live recording. So that part was fun. Then, the networking side was absolutely amazing. We had a bunch of events happening at various places. So, you would go in after the show was over, have dinner, and then go network, hang out in the bars downstairs. I hang out a lot with Jim Fuse. And he was giving me a hard time about my Amazon swing. So, that was kind of cool. Learned how to play shuffleboard, or not really. I was horrible. And there's a lot of stuff happening. But on that notion, I do want to bring up something. See, Rich, you have stuff on your desk to play with, and now my hands are just... No, I do that all the time. My hands be busy. There was a big announcement this week. I'm pretty sure you guys all know because I kind of moonwalked and said, I told you so. Hopefully you were paying attention. YouTube has officially added that podcast tab that we were talking about. I kept telling you guys it was coming. Now they just rolling it out. It's not fully baked yet, but the fact that they made a separate category podcast tab that lives at the top is brilliant. Another sleeper tab that came up over the last month and a half to 2 months that a lot of people aren't paying attention to is there was a tab called Listenable. Listenable is a nice category to be in because what that means, I can have a show like this, right? Unless I'm doing a demo of a software, I'm talking about stuff and you don't have to be staring at your TV. You could be in the kitchen listening to this and still get what you need to get. So I think it's dope that they take in the listenable tab and the podcast tab and make it easier for people who like to do YouTube the way I do it. I will often put on Tom and Heather or, hey, speaking of the devil, good Lord, he's good. I didn't even get that far yet. I just happened to turn my, because your screen, Rich's screen is on the whole separate side of my head. So, yeah, that's funny. Speaking of the devil, I'll often be listening to Tom and Heather or listening to India or, Michelle or one of you guys, and I'm in the kitchen, cooking rice, doing something, whatever, cleaning dishes, and I'll start the listenable tab, and it knows to categorize you guys in the listenable tab. So having that podcast tab now means if you put verbiage in your description that states you're a podcast, you should show up in that tab. I still believe there's going to be a checkbox or a tag that you put that does the whole real podcast type thing, the RSS feed type thing. Most people don't know your channel already has an RSS feed. It already exists. You can Google it. What is the RSS feed to my YouTube channel? And you'll get the link. And that's it. You can already generate podcasts using YouTube anyway. But knowing that they're sort of making it official is better. Okay, I thought it was Paul, but it's not Paul. Let's see. Important stuff. Okay, got it. Important stuff. Broadcasting live from Rich's office today. Hello, Tom Buck. What was that? Was that you?
I don't know.
Oh, that was a weird noise.
Mine too. Never mind.
Rich's bail bond service. Hey, I can see Keely and Paul and Dina and Gretchen over on the Discord way across the room, just like in Waycross, Texas. Wait, that's Georgia. You can tell I'm at Rich's office because I got Liquid Death. So yes, that having YouTube officially dropping that information, it was Monday or Tuesday. I don't know what day of the week it is anymore. That happens when you travel. Having them bust out that official podcast tab. First of all, it allows me to say, told you so. And then second of all, it allows me to make sure that you guys know that you should be doing your podcast on YouTube. Now, in supposition, let's say you don't want to do a video podcast. There's still a way to make it YouTube blessed without messing up your show. Okay? So, let's say I'm doing a conversation about pet care. Record your show, take the audio, open it up in your favorite editor. You could even do it in Canva Pro. Just put B-roll on top of it. Put B-roll of dogs and B-roll of food and B-roll of your logo and then go back. And not much different than my intros for these shows. That's created in Canva, right? So that way when people come, they're not staring at a blank. That's not what I meant to say, but here, I'm going to give you an example. As soon as I figure out what I did with my overlay panel on Rich's screen. This is fun, being at somebody else's house. The best part is, over here, Karen and Emma can't bother me. There we go. So this thing looks like a video, because it is a video, right? You can basically have some motion, have the things you're talking about, have the slides, right? And like Tom said, dog B-roll is always a good choice because Tom always has a good dog B-roll. So yes, you can, like everyone's, I don't want to be on camera. I don't want to do a video. I don't want to show my face. First of all, get over it. Nobody cares how ugly you are. They let me be on video. But second of all, there's ways to do it. I mean, it requires a little bit more creativity on your half, but you can definitely do it. So think about that. Drop your audio into Canva, get B-roll, throw it on there, or open it up in Final Cut, get your art list out, your Epidemic Sounds, Story Blocks, Envato Elements, whoever you're using, and just put B-roll on top. Or go out and shoot your own B-roll, You should always be shooting B-roll anyway. When you walk past something with your iPhone and it seems interesting, record it, because you're going to find later you're going to wish you had some B-roll. You know what I mean? So that's how you can take your podcast, put the video on top of it so it works in YouTube-friendly environment. I used to do this. I'm going to highly suggest you don't do this. Do not do the lazy thing of just put your thumbnail and put the little waveform on it and call that good. That does not work well on YouTube. It just doesn't. It's not a thing. Don't do it. The script helps you with that. So does Headliner, Wave, a bunch of things. Don't do that. Put actual video B-roll, and it'll be more engaging. It'll make more sense. It'll make more sense for somebody seeing it on the roll by with a thumb, right? But yeah, get your thing on there. So I saw a question. Let me get back here to this question. She said, if you do a video podcast, will YouTube allow you to put into the podcast that? Yes, it happens automatically. It happens automatically. It's better if you tag it. If you tag it, it will go there. But just do yourself a favor. Go to YouTube right now. Look at the top. So far, I noticed it more on the browser, not the phone. I was trying to make sure I said sense in my head. It makes sense in my head. Because on the phone, you don't really see the tabs at the top. Oh, actually, there's the tabs at the top. Let me roll over a little bit. 11th hour, Premier League. All it says right now is Premier League, Manchester United. Boom, podcast. Okay. Right here at the top, it says podcast. Ooh, Rich, man, your camera is glorious. Wow. Wow. Oh, don't do that because then Ben and Finley start barking. Okay, so let me go ahead and press the podcast tab now. And then I get Gary V and then The Flow featuring Doc and Louis. Katie, man, you look weird now. Look at that. It's The Flow with Doc and Papi Luigi. Dang, that is the weirdest looking Canadian lady I ever seen. Then there's Donna and some other people. Marie, you're calling the wrong one.
Somebody calling you?
That was Marie. She calling the wrong one. Wait, yours is ringing?
It's not me.
Oh, my iPad. That's funny. That's absolutely funny. Now my iPad keeps ringing. Way to go, Discord for iPad. Anyway, hopefully it'll stop pretty soon. So yes, go in there, look on your phone even now. I didn't see it the other day, but I guess it made it. You might have to scroll a little bit on the top. So when you're in the YouTube thing on the phone, you just want to slide like this, right? Into, oh wait, that's in the way. You just want to slide your finger across like that and you'll see it moving. And then you'll find the podcast app. Hold on, I'm gonna stop this. Oi, oi.
Hey, don't fall off the chair.
Guys, Rich's chair doesn't have a back. Okay, stop now. Damn it.
After all that.
Oh my God. Yo, Rich's chair has no back. So, good. Yeah, I almost died live on, yeah. That's funny. That's super funny. Anyway, let me go back to what we was doing over here before I tried to yoke myself. Ordered a M1 top of the line with an LG monitor. Yes, it's super good. I'm hearing like all kind of beeps in Rich's office. I'm checking my pacemaker real quick. Okay, Michelle says, speak about it, bruh. Canva is life. Aubrey, stop laughing at me falling off the chair, damn it. I thought we was friends. Okay, let's see. Walter said, will the listenable tab pull data from the live streams where people are viewing and watching your streams, but it does not engage with your live chat? I guess it makes sense. I think the thing about the listenable is just, I think listenable ends up being longer form. You know what I mean? So in other words, if you make a 5-minute video, I don't think that shows up in the listenable tab. But if you make a longer form video, I believe it does. Allow me to reintroduce myself. All right, I'm going to stand for just a second because the chair with the notepad and the old butt. Okay. See, Rich said that. He said you might need a chair with the pad. I'm like, nah, man, I'm good. I'm trying to be brave over here. All right, hold on. We're making a change. Gonna make a change for once in my life. It doesn't work. Ooh. Talk amongst yourselves. This is the sound of Doc messing up Rich's office. There we go. Choo! Oh, there you go. Better. Man, stop kicking stuff, Doc.
All right, I got it. Go ahead. Kind of tight right there.
I am ruining Rich's office live on stream.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, there's Rich. Yo! Wait, I can take this off down. Rich just made what they call a cameo. Word up. It's the gone word. Ooh.
I don't even know where you went.
I just did that.
Well, don't do that anymore.
India said lock your
Anyway, we're here.
scenes.
Hey, yeah, lock your scenes. Anna said that too.
Lock your scenes. It must be a Latina thing. All right, I'm back. Life happens. All right, let's see what else we got here. Jay Nice says, with this new YouTube chain, would you recommend a separate playlist for your podcast? Good question. I like my podcast on a separate channel. but if not, a separate playlist works. I don't think the channel thing matters as much as people want to make it matter. If you're talking about the same niche, they could be on the same channel. If you're going to talk about something different, that might be different. But yeah, if you're talking about the same thing, I'll put them on the same one. I would make it less work for them to have to find your various things. I got it now. Yep. I'm learning these things. There we go. Now we cooking with Pam. Choo! All right. Use a lot of my own footage. There you go. I like that. Dave said, latecoming to camera still use Keynote for animation effects, but Canva is great for so much. Canva is so much better than Keynote. It's kind of hard to think about it, but it's because of the library of things that you get with it. The general process is kind of the same, but the library of things that are available to you when you're using Canva is so much more vast, and that allows you to just be more creativity. It allows you to be more creative. English is a second language. I'm pretty sure that she meant I love, but we'll take that. Man, you guys are famous with this question, Phil. It's not just you. Everybody asked this question at the podcast movement too. No, not even close. I would not use YouTube as my podcast host right now. It's not ready for that yet. Because what happens to the audio version of your podcast, right? That you still need Captivate or Libsyn or Podbean or, oh my God, trust me, there was like 40 podcast hosting guys on the floor. There's more than you guys know. They was all out there, like lots of them, giving out free stuff. So, yeah, you want to keep your stuff at a host. You know what I mean? I can hear the Discord ringtone. Oh, I see. That was, no, because it's Marie who called me instead of going into the group over there. I still don't see her. I see Miss Eileen. I see Miss Michelle. I see Glenda, Gretchen, and Keely looking like before, during, and after. I see Dina. It's like Romper Room. I need the thing to mirror. Oh, my God, I can see Rich. I can see Paul. What was that lady's name on Romper Room? I forget. Paul knows. He went to school with her. Oh, she said, Marie said she dropped the phone, and when she was picking it up, she started pressing buttons. Nice. All right, cool. Here we go. Ooh, how is it that so many shows are popping up under that tab already? It's because they're tagging their shows as podcasts or they've been submitted as podcasts. Okay, good question, Jay Nice. You always be with the good questions. And no, I'm not coming to Georgia right now. I just had to stop Aubrey before she asked. I can see her over there. So here's what happens. If you have been, remember YouTube is Google, right? So if you have been already previously associated with a podcast. So for instance, for The Flow, we're only, 3 episodes in the can, 4 episodes recorded. The one with Papa Luigi and I will be 5. It's called The Flow Podcast by Ecamm. So Google has the ability to know that we're Ecamm and we have a show called The Flow and we have a podcast called The Flow, and the same show that's over here has the exact same name, add Google Images with the exact same faces, and then the logos, the colors, the background, everything. So algorithmically, they can take a sophisticated wild-ass guess that if you walk outside and it's raining, you might need an umbrella. It's just what that is. The algorithm is just taking a guess. So most of those shows either have podcasts in their name somewhere on the Googleverse, or they might have tagged their stuff, right? So I immediately, the day I heard it, I went to my Creator 50 channel and I tagged all the videos with podcasts just to make sure. So I would tag them. what's that thing called? Rob, he don't work there no more. TubeBuddy. With TubeBuddy, just highlight all of the ones that you have that you know are podcast oriented, and then say add the podcast thing. It'll change them all at the same time. Same with vidIQ. So you can easily update them really quickly. Freaking Paul, you jerk. Paul said, Rich, I hope you have insurance. El Jefe, yo, this now it's more nice to see you in here considering I'm in Texas. I see El Jefe everywhere as I'm cruising around down here. Miss Nancy, that was her name, Miss Nancy. I told you Paul went to school with her. Yesterday, Mike, our support guy, and I got on the bus, and then I asked the bus driver if he know Miss Frizzle. He didn't get the joke. For a talk show like ours, is there a compelling reason to start a Discord channel? We're currently streaming to Facebook and YouTube. Yes, but not for the streaming part. It's for your community. Facebook community blows goats, and Discord doesn't. That's it. The YouTube community stuff is pretty good. It's more like fondles goat nads. It's not as bad as blowing goats, but it's still hard to maintain a community on YouTube. I use a community tab. You should use a community tab. It's good for you. But like building a strong community, I'm going to go ahead and bet people money that there's no better place than Discord right now in the game. Circle is cool-ish. Circle is that kid that bought all of this stuff so that they can be cool and they get accepted, but they're not really as cool as the OG cool kids. Money Network is cool because their brother was cool and they got led into the party by relation. Yeah, that's a good analogy. It's cool, but it's not the same as Arthur Fonzarelli jacket. Hey, if you get that, you old. All right. YouTube can read. If you say podcast, it knows. Thank you, camera junkie. That's what I'm talking about. Exactly. Oh, dudes, Mob Deep is in the building. I can't hear that, but I'm going to assume that works. And I hope Rich didn't have it saying a bunch of bad words. It says applesauce over there, so I pressed it. Applause. That was an old Brady Bunch joke, I think. So, yeah. How you going to ask the question there? You sitting right there.
I don't interrupt you.
Man, you ain't interrupting me. I'm in your house. I ain't put my feet on Rich's couch neither. Rich said tags mean you're. Oh, yeah. So, okay. I would do both. So Rich's question is, do you mean hashtags or YouTube tags? Okay. If you use TubeBuddy to feel like you're joining, at the bottom there's a place to put tags. But also in the description, you can put like 3-ish tags in the description. And those are the ones you see under, when you look at a video and you see hashtags under the video, which you can't see on mobile, but on the computer you can see little 3-4 hashtags under there. Those are in the description. The other one's going to be down there on the bottom next to the thing. Oh, I see. I'm going to tell Karen to get out the office because I'm doing my show. And she's going to be like, what? She's like, what? What are you talking about? I'm here. Here, let me take a picture live from Rich's studio. All right, Matthew is correct. Discord is the best for the community. If you have questions about Discord, Dave, you might remember the cute Canadian lady with the curly hair, kind of sassy mouth. Her, yeah, she is the boss when it comes to that kind of stuff. Why are you scratching your head, Keels? Oh, she didn't get to that part yet. There it goes. I was waiting for the YouTube lag to drag past until it catches her. Yeah, man. Keely is the bomb for setting up Discord. She set up both my Discord and the Ecamm Discord. But, man, I'm telling you, there's no better place. And, Matt, it was really cool. I was busy this week, but I saw that Levi joined us. I love Levi. He's a cool cat. Jump the shark. Yay. Exactly. Dude, I still say that sometimes, and people don't know what I'm talking about. And like, you're watching one of your favorite shows and all of a sudden something just goes weird. And I was like, oh man, they just jumped the shark. And only filmmaker cats understand what I mean when I say that. Everybody else is looking at me like I'm weird. And what do you mean they just jumped the shark? And I'm like, nah, man, this show is over because they just jumped the shark. Thank you, Matthew, for knowing what I'm talking about. Oh, what? No kidding. Oh, dude, Flash and Maddie. I was just telling Rich about, our group with me and CJ and Ace and how we used to open up for all of those shows with Flash and Maddie them. And then I called CJ on the phone, and then he basically said the same thing I said right after I said it, which was funny, and then Rich and Mike were laughing at us. Anyway, super cool. Nice to see you, El Jefe. Facebook group is okay. But I like Discord. No, you're right. Like, to me, the problem with Facebook is they keep moving things around. If you went to your favorite restaurant and every time you went, the tables were in a different position, that would get disconcerting. They are always messing with stuff, and they don't really know what they're doing about it, and it just causes a lot of hassle. It's also really hard to find something that you posted 6 months ago, and it might be relevant again, and you want to find that guide or you want to find that thing. So recently I sent people to my group to go get the storyboards that I put up like a year and a half ago, and you have a hard time finding it, although they should be in the file section. Well, maybe the person looking for them just couldn't find them. But anyway, Facebook's a mess. And Keely said I was right. I need to screenshot this. Yes. Getting a call. Thank you. Good to see you here. Appreciate it. She wanted short shorts. Not the kind you're talking about, Mr. Singh. Not the who wears short shorts. Dun, 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 dun. Actually, shorts is still the bang. Okay, actually, this is what I've been telling folks all week. So I'm glad you bring this up. Make your podcast video first, even if you don't want to have a video podcast. Doc, you're high. What the hell does that mean? Shut up and listen. Make your podcast as a video, because when you go to edit it, you can see what you're doing. You can see it's easier to edit when you have a visual cue, right? At the end of that, export the audio only, send the audio only to your podcast getting spots. Then, like Mr. Singh says, take pieces of that, squeeze them, make them shorts. If you don't want your face there, cover that face with B-roll, right? But make your point about your short. So, for instance, if in my podcast, I was going around reviewing the beverages in a can, and I can talk about the story about Liquid Death and how they purposely named it crazy because it would make the attention, and that is part of the branding thing. And they also means death to plastic bottles, right? So in that part I'm talking about in the podcast, I'm going in depth. In the short, I would just cover the highlight of the history of Liquid Death and how the founders insert their name, how they had this idea that they wanted to get rid of plastic bottles, and how they do things like use a thinner aluminum can, so it's less aluminum, it's taller, so it stands out on the shelf. They went with the hardcore rock and roll design and graphics to give it that edge, that certain Red Bull-esque savoir-faire, but it's not as bad for you as like caffeine, taurine, and Thailand hopes and dreams. Then I could show you on the short the plastic island graphics about how many PET bottles are generated or how much energy it takes to recycle a PET bottle. I could put that all as B-roll on top of that particular clip, but take that clip and put it back to YouTube as a short. So I'm making a video podcast first that's really only to record the audio podcast and make my life easier, but I can pull repurposable clips out of that video, bless it with B-roll, infographics, how to find your show, things like that. Canva actually has templates on how to do it, and I'm thinking, I can't show you this because it's not my machine. This is my machine. Bombay, you learn, you little blood clot. You tell them about it, man. You tell them about it. Learn how to spell doc. CANVA.com. And look, I have a whole nother thing over here I can put it on. Okay. Oh, he out here learning things. Then I can go to the browser. Let me log out of the Katie account and into the Doc account. Ooh. Rich is going to go live at the same time, too. It'll be really fun. All right, here we go. Browser. All right, so this is Canva. And nope. Wait, where the heck is that camera coming from? Oh, USB video. Is it Camlink 4K?
Oh, it's a GoPro up there. There's a GoPro up there in the ceiling.
Oh, what's up, GoPro?
It just turned off, though.
There you go. It came on for a second. I was like, that was weird. Anyway, so here we are in Canva.
GoPro, turn on.
What? This dude thinks he's Alexa. So let me go ahead and do this. You can come over here and then you can go like PODCASD, CSD, and then you can go like this, and you'll see you get these long guys like this to promote an episode. This one right here in the middle. So you could use this to put your little clip on as a YouTube short, or you can use something like this to put your little clip on as a YouTube short. So that's how I would do it. And again, now it's cool because you can make video with these things and make it look good. If I remember correctly, stop me from lying if I'm wrong, I think Michelle actually uses that. If I remember seeing her IG. Rich just tried to hit me with a light, guys. He straight up tried to hit me with a light. It's dangerous over here. So yeah, super good question, man. I appreciate that. I like that. Very good information. Finally got my YouTube membership set up with new tiers. That link to Discord. Love being able to connect them to the Broccoli Squad over there. Broccoli Squad, represent. You know what I mean? We all in here. Broccoli Squadding it up. Luis knows about the Happy Days jumping the shark. Sunday, Monday, happy days. Hi, guys. I just wanted to be different. Let's see. Why are you throwing this subtle shade? There we go. Paul is in the Broccoli Squad. Okay, so that was a large portion of our conversation this week, is just really talking about how you can get your podcast out there. And it's funny because everyone says, hey, we'll get more viewers to my podcasts. That is the number one question this week. I don't know what these things are, Rich, but they're fun to mess with.
Cable organizer.
Oh, gangster. I'm going to have to make some of these. This is cool. Anyway, dude, I'll keep looking for my camera that's right here. It's over there. Yeah, everyone that's a common question. Let's just put it that way. I just show all you want to hear is, how do I get more people to my podcast? How do I get more people to my podcast? Use your Discovery Channel mechanisms, man. Like TikTok is banging right now. Instagram Reels is banging right now. Even YouTube Shorts, as Mr. Singh just mentioned, also banging right now. So use those as discovery mechanisms to get people into your show. Like, it's not hard. It's just marketing. I'm amazed at how many people make YouTube videos or podcasts or even a product like this wicked cool cable organizer from Rich's Desk, and then just sit back like this. Like, folks is just going to show up. What the hell marketing school did you guys go to? To this day, do you really think Coke needs to run Coke ads? No. But why do they do it? Top of mind. When you get there, you know what? A Frosty Coke would be good right now. That's why they run that. McDonald's definitely has no reason whatsoever to run an ad. They don't put crap on sale no more. There's no more specials. They don't really introduce new products that often. But today, right now, especially preseason football is on, and then round football is on, and baseball is on, and something else. Oh, making left turns at 200 miles an hour is on. There's McDonald's commercials over and over and over and over and over again. And what happens is you out there, you driving these streets, you get hungry, and you go, you know what? I'm going to go to McDonald's. That's why it's the first thought for so many people, because they're doing that brand recognition, brand awareness, top of mind. If you want to be about that life, go get Michelle's book about branding and then try to figure out how to use that thing. right? You can't just make stuff and expect people to show up. It doesn't work. You ain't that cool. Even there are people who are really famous who thought, based off of their fame, that they could just make something and people would show up, and they fail. That's why you know about Ryan Reynolds' gin, Aviator gin. You know about The Rock's tequila because they keep talking about it. But you know how many celebrities have a spirit? A lot of celebrities have spirits. Don't nobody know nothing about them. Most people forgot that Puffy invented Ciroc. But if you watch rap video, you will see Rick Ross's champagne every video possible, right? You will see Ludacris's drink in every video possible, right? It's a thing. Most people don't know Wiz Khalifa has a strain, a pretty good strain too, called Khalifa Kush. It's his Wake and Bake Khalifa Kush. So those guys, they go out and they don't just work off of their fame. They made the product, they got a marketing team, and then they produce, right? You know what I'm saying? Remember everybody was running around wearing baby fat? I'm just saying, it's a thing, right? You can't just make it and hope that your fame is going to sell it, especially if your ass ain't got no fame. That's the more funny part. So if you make something, you kind of got to go put in some work. You got to promote that joint. Mamacita, ¿qué pasó, mija? She is here. I don't even like gin. You can't drink right now, Ma. Kim is here. She just had her youngin', handsome little bugger. We're happy to see you. Can't wait till he goes to college so you can come back and be our friend. Man, stop messing with stuff, Doc. So crazy. I did.
Oh, you did? Okay. Don't drop it in there.
Oh, man. We used to do that, so you know which one is yours? I totally freaking... Yeah, I've done that before. Matthew McCann, I can't remember how to spell it, has a whiskey. Jeremy Sears, and has reviewed a bunch of celebrity whiskeys on this channel. Nice. There you go. That's cool. Yeah, it's funny. You mean Matthew McConaughey. Yo, he's from not that far from here. He's down a little bit southwest from where I'm at, I think, right now in Uvalde. Rich didn't correct me, so I got my Texas geography straight. Yo, I sure can. I'm dying to taste some koala rum I bought. Oh, you bought that when you were at my spot? Yo, my homie makes that stuff. Koaloa, sorry. I don't know why I said koala. I just read it like a bear. Yeah, that's my friend's rum. It's pretty cool. Dang it, stop messing with this. I'm trying to scroll the comments here, but I put the comments here. So I keep scrolling it and I keep moving the window. It's pretty funny. It's cracking me up. I think what I need to do is try to lock that son bitch. Okay, now it's locked. Yeah, no can do. Choo. See, India said, lock your scenes. And that was it, man. Y'all don't have no questions today. Y'all better ask them soon, because if not, we're closing this joint out here streaming in these Texas streets. But yeah, Dallas is cool, man. I can't say I like their football team, but the place is off the chain. The art district around here is where our hotel's at. There's some really cool artwork and stuff around there. And then there's a really cool, like, newly revitalized area called Deep Ellum, which I kept thinking was Deep Ellum. I don't have no damn idea why. It's amazing, dude. It's super amazing. All the buildings there, like you took an old Western and you had those building fronts, but then you put like LED lights and street art and cool paint. And, you know, it's a nice combination of modern with heavy respect to the old school. It's such a dope area, man. So if you guys get a chance, come out here to Dallas. And yes, I did get some decent barbecue. Rich took us to a place, and then me and Katie and Mike was like, oh my God, this is so good. Like, yo, it was freaking phenomenal. Phenomenal. I have never had anything better than that. No, that was the best barbecue I ever had, period, point blank. And I'm sure there's even more out here. I wanted to go to what's it called? The one in Austin, super famous, begins with an S. Or there's White's, and then there's another one begins with an L. Smitty's. That's the one. How could I forget that? That's my family name. Yeah, that man. That's the guy you got to show up 2 hours before they open, and you ain't getting there.
Oh, that's Franklin.
Really? There's two in Austin. Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, Aaron Franklin. Yeah.
Rob said go to Fletcher's. The hang is that?
Corn dogs, man. Corny dogs. Don't go to Fletcher's.
Man, Rob, you've been vetoed by Rich. He said stay your ass in Arizona.
Oh, the Salt Lake he's talking about.
Oh, Salt Lake. There you go. Cameron Junkie said, what's the most impactful piece of info you learned from podcast movement? Good answer. I'm going to say the most impactful thing I learned from podcast movement is something you already know, Luis. You got to get out, people. Virtual is dope. I love having you all here. This is really cool. There is an entire different vibe and energy in real life. You get to see more about your people, learn more about your people. Like, it's funny, as Rich said today, something that cracked me up because it's my same thought. And I only laughed because he said it. We were walking into the restaurant and he was like, damn, Doc Rock's in Texas. And then I laughed because that's the same thing to me. Like, I'm streaming from Rich's freaking office, yo. Like, I keep looking for my camera over here. It's over there. Like, it's something dope about being in the presence of your people and having an opportunity to add to that set of people, meet some cool people. I got crazy interesting story for you that happened this week, and it was so funny, but yet it's an experience that Katie, Mike, and I will share forever and a day. So, oh, wait, hold on. I got to tell you two stories because they kind of connect. Katie, Rich, Mike, myself, Jim from Dealcasters, and then Grace, you know, from the social media show, and then Megan, who's friends with Grace. We all go to Kelly's. What do you call it?
Kelly's Craft Cocktails.
Yeah, Kevin Kelly's Crafting Cocktails. So we all go to this place to eat. Oh, yeah, and Jimmy Hicks. How you going to forget Jimmy Hicks, Doc? We all go to eat this place, and they didn't really have no more spot inside because the place is popular, but they put us on this outside. It's like a little back room, which like they converted a mud room. It's like they converted a mud room or a sun room. That's what I was trying to say. It's like they converted a sunroom into a couple extra seats with a tiny little bar. So we in there, we minding our business. We got the rookie training waiter. Mike is the support guy at Ecamm, Mike DeBerio. If you've ever had to get, most of you guys are too smart to have to get the T3 support, so you probably don't get to know Mike because you have to be really bad member of the unit to get to Mike. I'm waiting to see what's happening over here. Is that Alex's leg?
What do you mean? Where?
What is that?
I don't know. He's sitting in some kind of, he's relaxing in some kind of chair.
Yeah, we ain't never seen nothing below his neck. I didn't even know he had a body.
Yeah.
I thought he was like the freaking Wizard of Oz.
That's why I took a picture of your full body and put it on the Discord so they can see.
Man, you silly.
So Doc has feet.
Speaking of unit, so anyway, basically we go in the spot and they got the training waiter, but he was good. His name was Drake, and then I was teasing him. You mean like the duck? And he was like, no, like the singer, which is funny, because it's the same thing. Anyway, so we get our food and we'll get our drinks first. We're waiting for our food, and the band is good. They're just singing good, like a dope Spotify playlist of like 80s and 90s, 70s, 80s, and 90s soul music. Let's put it that way. All of a sudden, I hear this, doom, 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 and then I think I'm crazy. I was like, oh, snap. I was like, Rich, Jimmy. They're singing Keith's song. Yo, the lady started singing Pelzer's song. So I ran out there. I had my phone post up. I took a video of it, and I was like, oh, this is a trip. And then so I texted to Keith, and we was all just kind of all grooving, Then they went on a break, whatever, we're eating, and as we're in the middle of our food, she comes back and she starts singing Shaka Khan, and she went to like the Rufus Shaka Khan, Tell Me Something Good. Some of y'all too young to understand these references. Look it up on Spotify, pimp. Anyway, she starts singing Tell Me Something Good, and the whole back room had like hot sauce microphones, piece of chicken in their hand. They drank in their hand. Everybody was like, tell me something good. So what I discovered is Katie and Mike both listen to Old School Soul too. Jim Fuse can sing some Aretha Franklin tunes. Like, you find out all your people kind of have bonding oriented stuff, but then you realize, we're all generally of the same age, generation, whatever. Katie's way younger than us, but she's still, something that she knew because she listens to it maybe from her dad or whatever. But that whole back room was bumping. And it was funny because I felt hilarious to the new people that just got sat before that started. I don't think they knew what was popping, but by the time we left, even they had the head nodding. And eventually it starts out with a little nod, and the next thing you know, you're in your seat, and you're like, man, their band was incredible. Those experiences you're not going to get from the virtual conference, okay? Keely, listen, pay attention. Oh, wait, never mind. She's talking to Paul. I take it back. Don't throw stuff at the screen. Oh, she didn't scratch her head. I'm in trouble. She's cussing me out, and I can't hear her. Thank God. I'm so glad I can't hear her cussing me out, but I can see the histrionics. She's like, I tell you what, mother. And like the bleeps are coming out. Her head just went full black just now. You ain't even know her neck was like. Love you. Can stop typing stuff in the chat, Keely. Anyway, so yes, I get to see it right now. I'm about to get cursed out live on the air. So we're going to end the show before I get in trouble. But it was really cool. Those are things, the experience you get from stuff like that. And Rich was like, man, y'all was getting it at that time because it was so good, So having the opportunity to do stuff like that. And it's hard to pass that up. I think my biggest thing is y'all need to get out to conferences. And I know POV is coming up tight, but look in your calendar, like go see what's out there. Find something in your neighborhood. And if here's a cool one. This is an answer from me to y'all. If you think all the conferences and joints are too expensive and too far away, well, smart ass, make your own damn conference. Dan Courier did it. I don't have no mics over here to drop. But you know what I'm saying? Dan was like, why are all the conferences on the West Coast and Vegas and too far? I don't want to go to Florida. I don't want to go to Vegas. I don't want to go to the West Coast. I'm going to make a conference in Albany, freaking New York. You know what I'm saying? So if you feel like everything's too far from you or too expensive, then make your own damn conference. It's not that hard. You call a hotel, hey, I need a ballroom in 3 days. And you start organizing things. So, to me, that's it. Like, you got to get out, and it will just help you with your work. It help you change your perspective and help you do some things. Boom. Please advise and give us your point of view on beta testing 3 apps. I live in beta. I have no idea what you're speaking of. I do Oh, that's where the question in that came from. Got it. Yeah. Well, my POV on beta testing is I beta test if you got cojones and don't if you don't. If you're afraid that something's going to break, never stick your never mind. Never touch betas. If you can't handle the brakes, stay out the beta. That's what I'm saying. The whole point. I have beta on this iPhone. I have beta on this iPhone. I have Mac OS beta on this machine. iOS beta here, iOS beta here, iOS beta on the iPad. I'm running Ecamm beta right now. I live in betas. Why? My joints is this big. I can handle it. I'm not that serious. If it breaks, it breaks.
You stick your shit in the glory hole.
Yeah.
I get cut off.
Exactly. So if you're afraid of getting it cut off, don't put it in the glory hole. Simple, 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 simple. You know what I mean? Like, it's just one of those things that's what betas are for. Betas are to be tested, and it's like, I want to be a test pilot because I want to fly all of the cool new aircraft and stuff, but I'm scared I might crash. test pilots take that job knowing they might crash Cale Yarborough. It just happens. So don't touch betas. If you don't got the cojones for it, don't do it. Keep the cojones inside the tighty whities. That's the answer to that. Rob is shaking his head no.
That's because they're not hearing you live. They're hearing you on the delay or whatever. So they're probably laughing at the glory whole thing.
Well, also, Rob has the tighty whities.
Oh, that too. Maybe that's, I don't know.
Yeah, right? How can you call yourself an alpha if you're scared of betas? That should be a shirt. Camera junkie. Upgrade your betas. All right, they got it. They got it. The YouTube delay finally got them. All right, gang. We got more stuff to do. I'll see y'all in class. It's been fun doing a live creator from a creator. Let's just finish your whole words, dude. Live creator Q&A from Rich's house. Yo, Alicio asked me sliding in late while I'm trying to say bye, knowing good and damn well I got to say what's up to Alicio.
I met him live in person. So
Oh, yeah? Oh, that's right, because y'all did Video Marketing World last year. Yeah. Man, I wish Alicio had been here for this, but he was out here doing big things, hanging out with B.O.B. I see you. Hey, Elaine. Good to see you. Elaine is in the building. Hey, my Seattle hat is at home. I can't switch up right now. Yes, it's been super, super good. The conference was incredible. Mark Cuban spoke, but I slept through that because I was tired, mostly because I was drinking with Jim and Mike the night before. So, but yeah, it's great. And you got to get out here. You got to get out here and, get to these conferences. There's a lot of stuff coming up. It's really hard to explain how good it is, but it's good, So I will see you in a bit. We out here in these streets. I should be Tuesday coming to you live from my sister's house, which sounds like a whole different kind of show. But yeah, I'll see you guys in these streets. Thank you guys for just being here today, and thank you, Rich, for letting me invade your office and knock down all your shit in here. Hey, rule of thumb, 2 big guys in a small room, not a good look. It's not a good look. So I appreciate you guys. Oh my God, Alicio finally caught the glory hole comment. Oh man, I love you guys. You guys are the bomb diggity. I will see you guys soon. I can't do the outro, so I can only press this button. Peace out.
City of mine, how I love the city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine, how I love.